I'm Chip Nellinger. I'm one of the faces of cancer, and I'm a survivor of large B-cell non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. I'm involved in Illinois Cancer Care Foundation as a board member on the advisory board. My passion is to get the word about Illinois Cancer Care and Illinois Cancer Care Foundation out to the communities that are served here in Central Illinois. This facility and the facilities that Illinois Cancer Care are involved in really just top notch, and that's my goal, is to get the word out so that we can have hope in not only survival but the clinical trials that are much needed at this point in time to really find that cure and that hope for surviving cancer. And it's very important to the community. Well, when I went for a second opinion at the Mayo Clinic, I met with one of the I guess top specialists of just the non-Hodgkin's lymphoma that I had. There's several kinds of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. I met with a world-renowned specialist at Mayo just in the kind that I had. And what he told me was I was getting the top standard of care at that point in time. He wouldn't do anything differently, and he recommended I just go back to Peoria and continue with the treatment, and really didn't have any additional to say. So that was kind of what opened my eyes initially to the quality of care that's here, the quality of the doctors, and a lot of what the standard of care, the protocols are, and the research going on here locally really is cutting edge. It's top of the line in the whole country. So it's right here in our backyards, and that's what really got me so passionate, was that trip to Mayo that I took when I was in treatment. You know, obviously the care that you could get at some of these major facilities, Mayo or MD Anderson, is available, but the issue that I found too was in going to Mayo, it's 8-9 hour drive from home, and if you receive the treatment there, well, how do you get there? Number one, where do you stay? Do you have the family available to support you while you're there going through that treatment? So the ability to have that treatment, that top of the line quality treatment right here in our backyard, is really important in my opinion. It lets you stay home while you're having that, going through the treatment, and sometimes obviously it's not so easy to get through some of that treatment with some of the side effects involved, and being able to stay here where your support system is and your family is, and in many cases you can still continue to work at times as well, and that's a huge issue as well, with being able to get a top quality treatment right here at home. This is a top cancer research institution that's right here in Peoria. It's been here for many years, and unfortunately one of the only ways you find out about this is if you're affected by cancer, if you have cancer or a family member and you come with them for treatment. However, the good thing about that is that that availability is right here. We really have a top-notch institution, probably a top 10 cancer treatment center right here in Peoria. They're doing the research, a lot of research that is going on behind the scenes. I guess it's opened my eyes as well as to some of the reality of the research trials that are going on, and some of the myths surrounding that you don't just get a sugar pill necessarily. There's a lot of standard of care that goes along with that, and I really was just amazed at what was going on behind the scenes right here, very quietly, and that's part of my passion, is trying to get that word out that we have the availability right here in our backyard of a top 10 cancer institution right in Peoria. One thing I found being a patient here is surprisingly how top-notch and high quality the care was. As a matter of fact, I got a second opinion at a major medical center outside of the area, and was surprised to find that the quality of care I was receiving here was top-notch. The standard of care and the protocol I was receiving as far as treatment was really cutting edge and top-notch. As a matter of fact, one of the drugs I was treated with was the result of clinical trials several years prior, and that's what kind of involved or got me involved in getting so passionate about the foundation. The research is much needed. It's being cut back in many areas, and it's at a time right now where we need the research ongoing. We need to keep it local so that we can help local people affected by this disease. I truly believe that this is one of the top facilities for cancer care in the country. It's a little bit of a, I guess, a hidden jewel in the community, and unless you walk through the doors and you're touched or affected by cancer, you don't really realize what's right here in our backyard. And that's another reason I'm so passionate about the Illinois Cancer Care Foundation, is just getting that word out and keeping that research local. It really is one of the top facilities in the country as far as the quality of the care here, the quality of the doctors. Many of them come from a lot of the larger cancer institutions, more well-known cancer institutions in the country, and it's almost like having a major medical center right here in our backyards, and it's a bit of a hidden jewel that I'd like to get the word out on.